And some of you can hear me, and then again, some of you may not. But now you can all hear me. All right, there we go. We're in there now. Woo wee. Boy, I had a rough night last night. Hey, I hope your night was better than mine. Spent the last night talking to my daughter and finding out she's having a hard time thinking in English anymore. Yeah, she's becoming germinated. Oh, wow. That's actually a word. Germinated. Not the word I was thinking of, not the usage I was thinking of, but yeah, germinated. There's something germinating over there. Definitely. All right. So let's get on with the getting on. We're running a little behind schedule, but uh, some of these programs are much more difficult to organize than others. And this one has been one of those difficult ones. Very difficult. But we're making it on through, struggling with it, dealing with it, trying to make sure that when we post it up, that it is top ranking, skanking. Because we don't want to put up nothing that you think is stanking. Think about that one for a while. Meanwhile, go ahead and do the needful. Go ahead and give us a like and give us a thumbs up. And then you can even go ahead and subscribe to our Tubular Black Facts channel. Go ahead and subscribe to our Tubular Black Facts channel. If you can do those things, we would very, very, very much appreciate it. Yes, that would be quite kind of you, if you don't mind. Meanwhile, let's see if we can get this party started. We've got a interesting presentation to do today, and we're going to start off as usual with our what's this thing? Our poems. So we got a poem for you today, and then we will get started bringing you our story of the day. All right. So let's see if we can. Here we go. Oh, we're almost there. Still got to move him over just a little bit. There we go. Move him over there. And one more. All right. So today's show, give you a little preliminary. Today's show is going to be all about Santa's helpers. Santa and his helpers. Because he's got some very helpful helpers. Now, let's see if we can bring this to you here. All right. And what do we do this here now? Boom. There we go. All right. Straight from Santa's workshop, we have one of Santa's helpers. There you go. All right. And in the meanwhile, we're going to we're going to do our poem first. Going to do our poem first. So we'll flash it back to us. That was a test. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 and 3. Let's see what we got here. I think I read this one already. Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. No. Nope, I don't want to read all that. That's a little bit long. Damn. It's still going. Okay, now I'm going to read a shorter one than that. All right, here we go. Oh, and we got our proverb for today, too. Let me not forget the proverb. I almost forgot the proverb. All right, let's get to the proverb first. Okay, the proverb for today is... Okay, wapishi wangi huharibu mchuzi. Wapishi wengi huharibu mchuzi. In other words, too many cooks spoil the broth or the gravy. Yep. And make you feel just a little bit hazy. So keep that one in mind. I'll say it one more time. Wapishi wengi huharibu mchuzi. And now let's move on to the book, The Language of Saxophones by Kamal Daoud, and his poem called Zillion Tambourines. I don't know how much a zillion is, but he says he got a zillion over here. A zillion tambourines splashing against the green wall of silence. We nurse our wounds in the pure waters of dolphins, cleanse our back of the sores of the city. Creditors with high-tech daggers tell us who dressed these plantations in skirts of steel and asphalt, where we must pry pearls from life with a crowbar, trying to balance light between shoulders in the midst of dung stacked in rectangles, where the head can become a cesspool of wrecked slave ships. We have come to sit in the blue chair, fish in pure stream of consciousness. Watch the hummingbirds folding the day with their wings. Watch pastel sunsets whisper as leaping swordfish bullseye the open sky. 50 drummers in a circle of flowers, weaving in and out a brown rhythm, helping to remake us a mind in trance, nodding in revelations of fireflies, fire in the pillow bosom of Fannie Lou Hamer. We rest our head in a cloud, trying to retain the iron spear of Robeson's baritone. Trying to retain the iron spear of Robeson's baritone. That's a heavy baritone. It's all in iron spear. All right. So, I had a couple of thoughts about what I wanted to do today. But I think I'm just going to focus on the one item. And I titled this one, Who Are Santa's Real Helpers? Or Santa's Real Helpers. And you saw what appeared to be some kind of an elf here. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? He's cute, right? Yeah, look at him with his little pointy ears and his little pointy nose and his blonde hair. He's very cute. Dressed up in that red and green, those colors we know so well that mean Christmas and Santa Claus, of course. All right? But you see, Santa Claus, they may have more claws. Whoa, 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 dude. Dude, hold up here. What happened? Dang. You wasn't supposed to do all that. Come back here. Who told you to go way the heck over there? I just hit it one time. It's like this thing had froze on me. Okay? And don't they look just like the little Keebler Elves that they show us on the TV ads for the cookies? Look at them. Doing all their work, making a list, checking it twice. They're cute. Right? And look at those little shoes they're wearing. Oh, they got their little leather shoes on, their little handmade shoes on. Yeah, they're just really, really cute. And those funny little hats look like the statue on top of the U.S. Capitol. But are those really Santa's helpers? In reality, this is more like the way that this is how Santa and his helpers are portrayed in Europe today. This is the reality. What you saw was the American transmutation, transmogrification of what you're seeing right here in front of you. Yep, for a little Christmas joy into every life must come not only Santa Claus with his sleigh and his toys, for all the girls and boys, but also Krampus. Yeah, it might cramp your style though, because as you can see, Krampus don't like to smile, not too much. Well, here you go. There's a there's Krampus with a smile. Now, who does he remind you of here? With that chain going around his over his shoulder, and those cute pointy ears, just like our little elves. But what was missing were those horns. Now, here's an older or another version of Santa, who in reality in Europe is actually Saint Nicholas, okay, or Sinterklaas, as they call him in Holland. And here goes Sinterklaas here, along with a character we introduced in our previous live stream called Zwarte Piet. Zwarte Piet. Now, in case you are offended by this picture, please do not be offended. These people are not wearing blackface. I know that's what it appears to be. It looks as if they're wearing blackface, but in reality, they are not. They are definitely not wearing blackface. They do have on red lipstick because the soot in the chimney that they go down, when they come into your home for Christmas, they come through the chimney, and when they go down the chimney, they get filthy and they become black. But you see, when they come down the chimney, they have a bag. You see them with the bag, right? Well, what do you think's inside the bag? A change of clothes. So when they come down the chimney, they change their clothes when they come out of the chimney so that they have on nice, pristine, vibrantly colored clothes, and their clothes aren't all sooty, because that will make a big mess going all around your house with some sooty clothes. But their hands and their face, unfortunately, they're unable. They didn't bring a bar of soap. They didn't put a bar of soap in the bag so they could wash their hands and their face, so they wouldn't get soot all over the presents and all over your nice clean house and all over your piano keys or your piano while they're playing your piano, etc., 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 having a good time. But it does do one other strange thing. Apparently, some kind of way, it makes their hair frizzle. Now, that's how Sinterklaas, otherwise known as St. Nicholas, and his helper, Zwarte Piet, are portrayed in Holland. Germany, they have another version, more like this. And as you can see, here you have it in English, the official guide to Santa Claus versus Krampus. And there's a picture of Krampus in all his glory. Now this one, they made green like the Grinch, but typically they don't come green like the Grinch. And this is a whole piece. I could read this, but I'm not going to read it. I'm going to kind of fly through this here, where Santa Claus, who you can't really see because he cannot be photographed, okay, so it just comes out as a fuzzy, hazy kind of thing, you know, like they do the police, where they fuzz them out so you can't recognize them. So that's the best picture we have of Santa Claus, actually, the actual one, the actual guy in court, defending himself against a lawsuit brought by Krampus, because Krampus claims that he's been treated unfairly, okay, that he's been treated unfairly, and this is what he would like to do to all those fake Santa Clauses out there in the world. Yeah, he just like to do away with them. Now, the legend of Santa Claus and Zwarte Piet is somewhat interesting because it entails coming into the home, Santa or Santa Claus with presents, but Zwarte Piet or Krampus, whichever one it is, they don't come with presents. They come basically with an empty bag or a container like the one you see here, and all the bad children, they gather them up and put them in the basket and take them with them back where they live in hell, down in Spain, Al-Andalus, the land of the Moors. Huh. I wonder why they take them back to the land of the Moors. I wonder, why would they take them back there? Hmm, interesting. And here goes Sinterklaas here. This is a very modern version of Sinterklaas, or this is, yeah, Sinterklaas. And here he is without the reindeer. He's got a, you know, some kind of jet propelled sleigh. But unfortunately, Krampus has a rope with all the boys and girls on it that he had captured. And for some reason, they're hanging down out the side of that sleigh. I hope they don't get hurt. They don't fall off and get hurt. And like I said, we're going to just power through some of these because there's a lot of pictures today. I got a lot of images of Santa and Krampus. And here's one here. This would actually be, I think that this is the front and the back of a postcard, or it could just be the front of two different postcards. Okay, so in Germany today, you get Krampus cards, Krampuskarten, and you fill it out and then you send it to a friend or maybe an enemy, or maybe you turn a friend into a frenemy or an enemy into a frenemy, whichever. But they have these cards and you send them out and they have these images on there. So what you see in here, these are a number of images from Krampuskarten in Germany of today and yesterday. I've got some old ones. I've got some new ones. And I've also interspersed them with some pictures from some movies about Krampus. Oh, look. Wow, Santa is working overtime. Now, back to our American Santa. This is how we think of Santa. And this is how Santa is depicted in Europe and his helper. I had some more pictures in here of Santa and his helper. I'm not seeing the Santa pictures right now, but there's plenty of pictures of his helper. And what you're seeing here are images of Krampusnacht, which is Krampus night, that comes on December 6th. So on December 6th, they hold Krampusnacht. And as you can see, people dress up for the occasion, not in a tux and tails, but in their fancy Krampus outfits. And they take to the streets with their tree limbs and their horns and their wooden masks, and they do their best to terrorize the population. This is what Krampus does. As you can see, there's a bunch of them going up and down the street, and you can tell somebody has put a lot of time and effort into making these masks and costumes. These are made out of wood. They are not plastic or rubber. These are wooden masks, so they're carved, so they are suitable for passing down to your children, so your children can enjoy all the joys of Christmas that you enjoyed when you were a youth, if you were in Europe or in Germany. And actually, Krampus is coming to your neighborhood because Krampus is becoming very much an American thing, more and more. You just look it up on Netflix and you can see a movie or two, I think, on Krampus. Not a documentary, just a straight up movie. So make sure to check that out because I have not yet been to a Krampusnacht. I was on my way to Germany to check one out a couple of years ago, but it snowed and so I wasn't able to make it. But doesn't this look like a good time? Wouldn't you like to be out there for the parade, standing by the side of the road, waiting for the Krampuses to come down the road with their jingly jangly bells and scare the bejesus out of your children? Wouldn't you like to be there for that? Yeah, sounds like a really good time. I'm definitely going to make at least one trip to Germany to see Krampusnacht. Definitely. Just got to see it for myself because it's actually hard to believe based on what we have grew up with Christmas, our Christmas story over here and the Christmas story over there. It's hard to believe that the two have anything to do with each other because our elves look so tame. Not like this one here talking about Krampus, come all ye fearful. They certainly don't look like this. Or Krampus in the Corner, a horror parody. Yeah, but you'd be surprised. I've got a book here I thought about reading from today, but I decided to just go with my first thought, which is to do the slideshow instead. And the book is called The Battle for Christmas, where it describes the antics of young people in the U.S. in the 1700s, early to mid 1800s. It describes their it describes the way that they dealt with Christmas, and the people were complaining, and they were complaining to the police. The people in the neighborhood were, they didn't call 911 because they didn't have phones, but what they did, they sent letters. So we have documentation where they sent letters to the police complaining about what they call the mummers, and the mummers terrorized the people. They would fight. They would come in gangs. They would fight in the streets of New England, and then if they were able to gain access to your house, they would use very ribald and rowdy language in your house. I'll let you imagine what kind of language that might have been, but suffice it to say, the people did not think it was very good for their children to see and be exposed to these mummers that were spouting this kind of foul language. So there's a lot more to the history of Christmas than we could ever imagine. And we're going to go to a couple of other countries. We're not just going to go, we did Holland, we did something, expose some things in Holland. We're in Germany today. We'll also go to the islands for a junk canoe down in the Bahamas. They have another very different celebration. Theirs also has a parade, though, not like the one that we have here, the Thanksgiving Day parade, but more similar to that. But a parade of the people. A parade of the people. Yeah. And here you go. We're coming to the last images. We're rounding this out. And look at this guy here. It makes you wonder about just who Shrek is. Maybe Shrek was really just Krampus in disguise. Because this guy is Krampus, but he looks like Shrek. Of course, Shrek never looked like this. But what can I say? All right, so it says here, greetings from Krampus and Nicola, or Nicholas. Krampus and Nicholas, and there they go. They're on their way out of town. And if you want, I got more information in our Black Facts Volume 32 entitled Santa Claus and His Helpers. And here on the cover, you see Spots to Pete. And in case you think I'm just trying to Grinch out your holiday, I'm not trying to do that. That's why I did it in April instead of December. So you can have time to recover from learning all about some of these other more traditional practices of Christmas celebrating than what we experience here in America. And this whole Smart to Pete thing, yeah, it's part of the Black Lives Matter movement, okay? Smart to Pete is part of the Black Lives movement, the Black Lives Matter movement in Holland. Yes, I did say that. That is correct. If you look it up, you'll find out about it. Well, you don't have to take it from me. Right after this, I'm done with this live stream. I will be putting on a video. I'll put up a playlist on YouTube and on Facebook, and you can just watch the videos. It's only 20 minutes, but it'll give you some more insight of other people into Krampus, Krampusnacht, Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, the whole 9 yards. It'll go more into that, and it'll talk about this whole piece, particularly on Saturday. On Saturday, I got a piece off of Al Jazeera about Smart to Pete and the issues that Black people are having with Smart to Pete, not only in the Netherlands, but in England and also in the Congo. So if it's happening on those shores, it won't be long before we'll be having to deal with it over here. Because guaranteed, whatever goes that way comes this way, and it already went that way because Smart to Pete comes right out of the minstrel tradition. of blackface. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not blackface, sooty face. There's a difference, right? Right. Well, at any rate, that's my presentation for today. I'm going to go on with my day. I hope you go on with yours. I hope you have a good day. I hope these images don't stay too stuck in your minds. But what can I say? It is what it is. I didn't make it this way. I'm just a reporter. So please don't shoot the messenger. Matter of fact, you can shoot something to me, though. Go ahead and shoot me a like, and then shoot me a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. And if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe to the Tubular Black Facts channel, the only place you can find a full-throated discussion about Christmas from a whole different perspective. Really open up the avenues there and open up the brain waves there. Get y'all thinking. Meanwhile, I see a few of our friends out there. I see Tony. Hey, Tony, what would it be like? And I see Connie, and I didn't see anybody else. I usually see Elam around this time of day. Maybe he's watching and just didn't have a chance to wave. So give thanks. I'm glad everybody is in tune. Stay tuned, because we got more coming at you tonight. 9 o'clock, we return for another chapter in the story of Ona Judge, never caught, the enslaved African woman who escapes the clutches of George and Martha Washington and starts her own family and sets her own rules and work times for herself. That's right. Strong black woman. Determined. Strong, determined black woman. Right. To do what she needed to do. So, until then, may peace guide your way. We hope y'all all have a very good day. We're going to go ahead and go on into our extra, and we'll see you later.